Dibrey ha'Yamim1, 1 Chronicles, chapters 28 and 29. Dibrey ha'Yamim1, 1 Chronicles, chapter 28. And Dawid assembled at Jerusalem all the rulers of Yisrael, the rulers of the tribes and the commanders of the divisions who served the sovereign, the commanders over thousands and commanders over hundreds, and the heads over all the property and possessions of the sovereign and of his sons, with the officials, the mighty men, and all the mighty brave men. Then sovereign Dawid rose to his feet and said, "Hear me, my brothers and my people. I had it in my heart to build a house of rest for the ark of the covenant of Yahuah and for the footstool of our Elohim, and had made preparations to build it. But Elohim said to me, 'You do not build a house for my name, because you have been a man of battle and have shed blood.' Yet Yahuah Elohim of Yisrael chose me above all the house of my father to be sovereign over Yisrael forever, for he has chosen Yehudah to be the ruler, and of the house of Yehudah, the house of my father, and among the sons of my father, he was pleased with me to make me reign over all Yisrael, and of all my sons, for Yahuah has given me many sons. He has chosen my son Shelomoh to sit on the throne of the reign of Yahuah over Yisrael, and said to me, 'Shelomoh, your son, is the one to build my house and my courtyards, for I have chosen him to be my son, and I myself am a father to him, and I shall establish his reign forever, if he is strong to do my commands and my right rulings, as it is this day.' And now, before the eyes of all Yisrael, the assembly of Yahuah, and in the hearing of our Elohim, guard and seek all the commands of Yahuah your Elohim, so that you possess this good land and leave it as an inheritance for your children after you forever. As for you, my son Shelomoh, know the Elohim of your father and serve him with a perfect heart and with a pleasing life. For Yahuah searches all hearts and understands all the intent of the thoughts. If you do seek him, he is found by you. But if you forsake him, he rejects you forever. See, now, for Yahuah has chosen you to build a house for the Mikdash. Be strong and do it." And Dawid gave his son Shelomoh the plans for the porch and its houses, and its treasuries, and its upper rooms, and its inner rooms, and the place of atonement, and the plans for all that he had by the Ruah of the courtyards of the house of Yahuah, and of all the rooms all around, and of the treasuries of the house of Elohim, and of the treasuries for the Kodesh gifts, and for the divisions of the Kohanim and the Levites, and for all the work of the service of the house of Yahuah, and for all the vessels of service in the house of Yahuah, even gold by weight for utensils of gold, for all used in every kind of service, for silver, for all utensils of silver by weight, for all utensils used in every kind of service, and by weight for the lampstands of gold and their lamps of gold, by weight for each lampstand and its lamps, and for the lampstands of silver by weight for the lampstand and its lamps, according to the use of each lampstand, and by weight gold for the tables of the showbread for each table, and silver for the tables of silver, and clean gold for the forks, and the basins, and the jars of clean gold, and the golden bowls by weight for every bowl, and for the silver bowls, silver by weight for every bowl, and refined gold by weight for the altar of incense, and for the pattern of the chariot of the gold cherubim, spreading out their wings and covering over the ark of the covenant of Yahuah. Yahuah made me understand all this in writing by his hand upon me all the works of these plans. And Dawid said to his son Shelomoh, "Be strong and courageous, and do it. Do not fear nor be afraid, for Yahuah Elohim, my Elohim, is with you. He shall not leave you nor forsake you until you have completed all the work for the service of the house of Yahuah." and see the divisions of the Kohanim and the Levites for all the service of the house of Elohim, and every volunteer of every skill is with you in all work for every kind of service. And the rulers and all the people are entirely at your command. Dibrey ha'Yamim1, 1 Chronicles chapter 29. And Dawid the sovereign said to all the assembly, My son Shelomoh, the one whom Elohim has chosen, is young and tender, and the work is great, because the palace is not for man, but for Yahuah Elohim. And with all my power I have prepared for the house of my Elohim the gold for the gold, and the silver for the silver, and the bronze for the bronze, the iron for the iron, and the wood for the wood. Show him stones and mountings, and colored stones of various colors, and all kinds of precious stones, and marble slabs in large quantities. And also, because I delighted in the house of my Elohim, I have treasure of gold and silver. I give for the house of my Elohim even more than all that I have prepared for the Kodesh house. 3,000 kikars of gold, of the gold of Ophir, and 7,000 kikars of refined silver, to overlay the walls of the houses. The gold for the gold, and the silver for the silver, for all kinds of work to be done by the hands of craftsmen. Who then is moved to fill his hand today for Yahuah? And the leaders of the fathers and the leaders of the tribes of Yisrael and the commanders of thousands and of hundreds, with the heads over the sovereign's work, volunteered and gave for the work of the house of Elohim 5,000 kikars, and 10,000 derricks of gold, and 10,000 kikars of silver, and 18,000 kikars of bronze, and 100,000 kikars of iron. And those with whom were found stones gave them to the treasury of the house of Yahuah, into the hand of Yechiel the Gershonite. And the people rejoiced, for they had given voluntarily, because with a perfect heart they had given voluntarily to Yahuah. And Dawid the sovereign also rejoiced greatly. And Dawid baraked Yahuah before all the assembly, and Dawid said, Baruch are you, Yahuah, Elohim of Yisrael, our Father, forever and ever. Yours, O Yahuah, is the greatness, the power, and the comeliness, the preeminence, and the excellency, because of all that is in the Shamayim and in the earth. Yours is the reign, O Yahuah, and you are exalted as head above all. And the riches and the esteem come from your presence, and you rule over all, and in your hand is power and might, and in your hand to make great and to give strength to all. And now, our Elohim, we thank you and praise your splendid name. But who am I, and who are my people, that we should be able to give so voluntarily as this? For all comes from you, and we have given to you out of your hand. For we are sojourners and pilgrims before you, as were all our fathers. Our days on earth are as a shadow and without permanence. O Yahuah, our Elohim, all this store that we have prepared to build you a house for your Kodesh name is from your hand, and all is of you. And I know, my Elohim, that you are trying the heart and desire uprightness. As for me, in the uprightness of my heart, I have voluntarily given all these. And now with joy, I have seen your people who are present here to give voluntarily to you. O Yahuah, Elohim of Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yisrael, our fathers, guard this forever in the intent of the thoughts of the heart of your people, and prepare their heart toward you. And give my son Shelomoh a perfect heart to guard your commands and your witnesses and your laws, to do all and to build the palace for which I have prepared. And Dawid said to all the assembly, Now barak Yahuah your Elohim. And all the assembly barak Yahuah Elohim of their fathers, and bowed their heads, and did obeisance to Yahuah and the sovereign. And they made offerings to Yahuah and offered burnt offerings to Yahuah on the next day, 1,000 bulls, 1,000 rams, 1,000 lambs, with their drink offerings and slaughterings in large numbers for all Yisrael. And they ate and drank before Yahuah with great joy on that day. And they appointed Shelomoh, son of Dawid, to reign the second time, and anointed him before Yahuah to be leader, and Zadok to be Kohen. And Shelomoh sat on the throne of Yahuah as sovereign instead of Dawid his father, and prospered, and all Yisrael obeyed him, and all the rulers and the mighty men, and also all the sons of sovereign Dawid submitted themselves to Shelomoh the sovereign. And Yahuah exalted Shelomoh exceedingly in the eyes of all Yisrael, and put upon him such royal splendor as had not been on any sovereign before him in Yisrael. Thus Dawid, son of Yishai, reigned over all Yisrael. And the days that he reigned over Yisrael was 40 years. He reigned 7 years in Hebron, and he reigned 33 years in Jerusalem. And he died in a good old age, satisfied with days, riches, and esteem. And Shelomoh his son reigned in his place. And the acts of sovereign Dawid, first and last, see, they are written in the book of Shemuel the seer, in the book of Nathan the Nevi, and in the book of God the seer, with all his reign and his might, and the times that passed over him, and over Yisrael, and over all the reigns of the lands.